All right, welcome to KwhOnlyEv channel. Today I am here at the Circle K gas station here in
Rock Hill.
South Carolina, and we are here. And I have one of my YouTubers that a friend of mine on YouTube that we met, and we're trying to link up and collab today. So we are meeting, and this is his 2023 Cadillac Lyric. Looks nice. I love this in black, 22-inch rims. I mean, this just looks so awesome, and I mean, this came with the GM Ultium platform. So right now we are here to compare both my 2022 Kia EV6 and the 2023 Cadillac Lyriq on a charging session on this Alpatronic. I believe I was right, Alpatronic charging station, and this is up to 400 kilowatt charging speed. So today we are going to be comparing that. Could do a couple of video scenes and just discuss about both vehicles and see how fast they can charge. So I introduce Walt to you guys. It's nice meeting you, Walt. Finally.
Great seeing you. It's been a long time coming.
I know. It's like, I mean, I know we've been talking on the YouTube channel. You make, post comment on my page, and it's like, hey, you know what? We need to, link up and see what we can do on this channel and discuss about vehicles and how fast the charging session is. So, but I'm glad that we were able to make this happen today because I almost didn't want to do it because yesterday I was so tired. I had a busy schedule and had to watch the game yesterday. So, but I'm glad that we're able to do this today, and it's a nice weather too, even though it is cold.
Nice weather. It's a little bit cold, but not windy. And what better place than here at the Circle K? What I understand this to be the test site. And what we have is the Alphatronic, which I think is the fastest DC fast charger in the United States right now.
Yes.
It uses a silicon carbide inverter in order to have more lossless transfer rate. And I did walk the site. We've got a 500 kVA pad-mounted transformer feeding into a Lincoln Electric 3-phase 4-wire switchgear that will output. Now, the total throughput of the site on the dispensers, if I'm adding this up right, 400, 360, and 180 would be 940, but we only have a 500 kVA transformer, so there's a little bit of choke point over there. But this is a test site, so they're not really trying to build it out for maximum throughput. But still, this is going to be a ton of fun. We got two high-powered, brand-new EVs with state-of-the-art technology, getting ready to go head-to-head to see how each one of them charges on the fastest DC fast charger in the United States.
Yes, thank you, Walt. I really appreciate. It's like, I mean, I've heard about this charging station, this site, about a year and a half ago or so, when they came up with the 180 kilowatt, the ABB, and I believe there was another one that was a 200 kilowatt or so, 100 or 200 kilowatt, and after that they replaced it with that one, and they brought that one in. So, hey, I would love to see how these two vehicles will charge during this cold weather. It is cold, not as bad as what happened in Chicago last week. I believe a lot of people didn't have any plan, even though there were a lot of information given out there to drivers to prepare for this. And I'm glad that we didn't have that bad weather, but even during that time, I mean, a lot of us, we charge from home. So we're able to charge, even though we had like a low state of charge, but you're still able to drive around at least 2-3 days. For me, I'm still able to take 2-3 days out of from 80%.
Yeah, in Charlotte, we've definitely been fortunate. We haven't had all the cold weather that the rest of the country has had, so we've been very fortunate.
We've been blessed. We've been blessed. I mean, we were up to like 19 degrees, 18, 19 degrees over because, like, it was really cold. We're still able to charge at home. To those of us that can charge at home, we're fortunate to do that at home. And to those that are not, just follow the recommendation. The manufacturer recommend that you have to precondition the battery. When the car's parked, make sure you precondition the battery so that you won't have any issue charging your car at the DC fast charger or Tesla supercharger. So, well, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get through this and see what we can do here. So right now we are about to start with the Cadillac Lyriq. So Walter's about to plug his vehicle in first because he's around his vehicle's around, I believe, 33% state of charge right now. Let's see. Oh, right now we can't see that to start the car. So let me go ahead. So, and the good thing about this charging station is like the dispenser, the cable management is able to stretch out. So even if you, yeah, it is really good, pretty good. I mean, you have to struggle with it a little bit because of the massive cable, but you're able to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I was having an issue trying to set up my account. I believe I set it up somehow. I'll just do the payment system on the side. I'll go ahead and do that. So right now, Walter already had his app set up. So yeah, I can hear the connecting, and right now it already started right away. And the charging status started. I believe there is a monitor on the side to view the.
There is a screen on the side of the charger.
Okay.
Just go over and take a look. The app doesn't say anything about how many kilowatts I'm currently getting. Let's see if it does over here. There we go.
All right. So right now the max voltage is 372 volt, and the current amperage is 313 amps. And the energy charge to the vehicle right now is 3.4 kilowatt hour, and we're already almost 2 minutes into the charging session. And the vehicle is set to 80%. So right now it is going between 33 and 34 minutes. It will take from there. So right now the state of charge is at 36%. It started at 33%. Now right now we're at 36%, and the charging speed went as high as 29, I believe. So right now it is going between 110, 111 kilowatt. Once the battery warms up, I believe it will go a little bit higher than that. I experienced that with my EV6. So what do you think? Is that something that you experienced as well?
Yeah, so the LYRIQ has some problems with its charging curve initially, but then they released a software update, and since then it's improved. And normally what you see with the LYRIQ is that it ramps up to about 180 kilowatts, and then it quickly steps down to about 100 to 110, and then it stays there until about 70%, and then it comes down a little bit more. So it normally will hover right around this 100 kilowatts for a good portion of the charge.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So right now it is still doing great at this low state of charge. You can't do better than this. And I mean, 30 minutes is a big battery. So
102 kilowatt hours with a EPA estimated range of 312, but we normally see a little bit higher than that.
A little bit higher than that, especially during the summertime when the weather's warm. You will see a lot of you'll get more higher range.
Yeah, we live north of Charlotte, and we'll routinely go from there all the way to Wilmington to the Atlantic coast where the beach is, and not have to charge at all.
Oh wow. That's awesome. It's like, I mean, the only time that I have to drive my vehicle, actually about 3 weeks ago, I went to Charleston and I charged at Charleston and I drove all the way home. I did it twice. Okay. This is the second time I'm doing that. It's like I drove there first time, the second, actually 3 times. I only did on one charge and drove all the way down there. I was surprised, like how great these vehicles are. You know, a lot of people are concerned about driving an electric vehicle on a long distance on a road trip. It's like, yes, you can. It's just, I mean,
even if it's only like 240 miles for the pack, which is not that much, you're still talking like 4 hours in the car.
Yeah.
4 hours is a long time without wanting to get out and stretch your legs. So for me, it's really not that big of a deal.
And that's what a lot of people need to understand. It's like, either way, you still have to stop to use the
restroom or stretch your legs or get a drink or something. Yeah.
So, and that's what it's like. Instead of you stopping at a rest stop, charge and use the restroom, and get a snack or something. So, but a lot of people, I mean, it will take years for a lot of people to try. I will try to adopt the EVs. Do people feel comfortable? People just have to do the work. You got to do the work.
Yeah, we need more places like this, which is really nice. With the chargers right next to the drinks and the restrooms.
Yes.
Instead of having them like in the back of a parking lot somewhere, this is a really nice spot.
It is a very nice spot, and I hope that Circle K will be able to implement this. I mean, around the country. What do you think?
Yeah, I've actually tracked quite a few of the implementations around the country, and Circle K has to be leading in number of implementations. They're very aggressive in the number of locations. And I think it's because in Europe, Circle K has chargers at almost all their locations. So once they saw the United States was starting to adopt EVs, they're like, go. Start building them and build them quick.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of these in Charlotte area yet. I mean, are you sure?
No, there's a couple on the agenda, but there's none in Charlotte yet.
Yeah, because I usually check the charge point. No, plug share. the PlugShare app. Yeah, I haven't seen any, but I believe there are some in the work.
Yeah, there's one up in Virginia.
Okay.
And there's one in South Carolina, but there aren't any here in the Charlotte area.
Charlotte area, so
just this one, which is Rock Hill. Rock Hill's kind of like Charlotte.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
it is part of Charlotte.
It got absorbed into Charlotte, right?
So right now, the charging speed dropped when we're at the state of charge at 43%. So right now we are at 94, 93, dropping down in between. But I believe this should go up. I mean, right now we already added 11.8 kilowatt hour into the battery, and the current amperage is at between 251 and 248 amps, and the voltage is still staying around the same 374 volt.
Yeah, this is pretty normal for what I'm used to. It'll stay up there until it gets to about 70, and then it will really start to take a nosedive.
Oh, okay. So let's see what we can. Let's see here. Let me try and see if.
Let's plug them both in. This is the fastest charger in the United States.
Yeah.
You should be able to charge both cars at the same time.
That's try and see what this car can deliver. Maybe we might be able to get a little bit more on that. Or maybe the reason why we're getting this because we have a few vehicles that are charging right now.
Could be. And the transformer.
The transformer is a 500 kVA.
500 kV supply all these
They should have used maybe 1,000 kVA.
They should have.
Maybe they might upgrade. I mean, this is a set test site. I mean, they probably will implement that in other stations. Just like Electrify America right now, they've been upgrading their system into a 350 kilowatt charging stations. At least they have at least two in Charlotte area, new in Charlotte area. Mm-hmm. The one in King Drive, and also the one at the mall.
Well, there's the Concord Mills Mall.
The Concord Mills Mall,
and
yeah.
Then there's also the one at the South Park.
South. Oh yeah, three. Actually, they opened three. South Park and King Drive. Correct. We got lucky. That's what I was like, wow.
All through 350.
350, yes. When I saw that, because I've been to the two, except for the South Park, the one at South Park.
It's hard to get to.
Yeah, I saw it too, like in a parking lot. I mean, on a parking deck. Yeah, something like that. Let me go ahead and start working on this right now. Let me see if I can get my car. Let's go ahead and unlock and see what we can do here. Let me unlock. Oh, okay. I got a key right here. All right, let's see here and unplug and let me see what we can do here. All right, let me go ahead and take out a payment. Let me see. I think I have my card somewhere there. One sec. I'm not sure if.
Nor am I. That's weird. Charging detail. Overview. Just lock me.
We can. So we're able to figure out how to plug in the second charger. All right. So right now I have the option. I can just tap and pay. Let's see. Plugged in. Select. All right. It's authenticating. Authentication failed. Let me try it again. No. Come on. Let's try it again. All right. I'm going to keep it a little bit longer. No, it failed. Interesting. Let's see. Confirm. Okay. Maybe I wasn't doing it right. All right. Now, please authenticate. All right. I believe I heard.
It's like an RFID card instead of like a credit card, unfortunately.
I believe.
Yeah, that sucks.
We're able to set up the account, and right now let's see what we have. Find the nearest charging stations. Okay, so I'm at Rock Hill, and this is station number 2 and B. So let me go ahead, and it is charging at let me go ahead, swipe, connect and swipe. All right, so let me go ahead and connect. And now that I am connected, so let me swipe to start. So right now it is showing, I can hear the contact, yep, and it just started charging, and I should hear from my car as well. Still waiting, I believe I just heard it now. All right, so my car just notified me the charging started, and right now this is currently showing 39%, and the Rivian R1S just left, the owner of that R1S just left. So right now the voltage is at 745 volt, yeah. 800 volts, correct. And the current amperage is at 136 amps, and it is currently delivering 101 kilowatt, and it already just went up to 60%, and already delivered 0.66 kilowatt hour. That's just EGMP how they perform. Sometimes it's like they just, I mean,
seems about right.
About right, yeah, something like that. So right now it's dropped down to 95.4 kilowatt. If the battery warms a little bit, maybe it might go up a little bit higher than that. But right now, because it is at a higher state of charge, I don't think I'll be getting a lot of charging. I mean a higher charging speed. So right now it is dividing charging speed between both vehicles. So I believe yours is still charging right now. So let's see if we can get that information.
Press the
lock
and start stop.
Stop. And so right now we can see both vehicles are charging. The LYRIQ is charging at 68.8, 69.2, between 68.8, 69.2 kilowatt. And my EV6 is charging between 99.7 and 105 kilowatt. About the same state of charge. So this is a good charging station, very good. I mean, I've tried other. Well, I believe I might have. I mean, the only one that I tried was Rewire. I was charging with that one has SCCS one and has this Chatamo. So the Chatamo was being charged with the Leaf, Nissan Leaf, and the lady, she was pulling almost 50 kilowatt, and mine dropped down to like maybe 100, and that one was 100. I believe that was 150 kilowatt, but they do have a 200 kilowatt as well. But I don't think they're being deployed in the area. A lot of them, yeah, because I've seen a whole lot of them with 150. Yep, in the area, you find them around BP gas stations in the Charlotte area. But yeah, what do you think, Walter? What do you think about this?
Yeah, so what I think might be happening, I don't know if the LYRIQ is down to where it's like if the two cars are where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But we do have 4 EVs currently plugged in and only a 500 kVA transformer, a pad mount transformer with 500 kVA delivering to this 940 kilowatts worth of dispenser. So I think we might be a little bit choked at the transformer. I'm not 100% sure. I can't really say, but you could see that the EV6 is definitely pulling into the lead.
Yeah.
Its battery starting to warm up.
Yeah.
And it's starting to increase its kilowatt throughput. So I know this Alphatronic with the silicon carbide inverter is supposed to be very reliably able to dispense 400 kilowatts. So I don't think it's the dispenser. And this is called an all-in-one. It's actually not a dispenser. It's an all-in-one DC fast charger unit. So it has a whole thing combined at 400 kilowatts. This is normally what is deployed at the more premium stations in Europe, and we're just starting to get them here in the United States. So it's very exciting to be able to see it. But I don't think it's the dispenser or the charger, or the unit. I think it's the site throughput and the pad mount transformer at the 500 kVA.
So yeah, that it is a very small transformer. Probably need a bigger transformer than this. You can see the cabinet as well. It can handle 2,000 amps.
2,000 amps.
Yeah.
3-phase, full wire.
Yeah.
And 480-277. This is all good here, but the transformer itself is rated at 500 kVA. And normally for a site like this, you probably want it at 1,000 kVA.
Yeah. So, like Tesla version 3s are
they're able to push 250
kilo
per power brick, and I think
Yeah.
there's 4 dispensers per brick.
Yeah.
They don't always load it right, so their numbers sometimes are too low.
Too low? Okay. But I believe the V4 superchargers, they have 350.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those will be fun.
Yeah, they have one in South Carolina, somewhere, Columbia, I believe.
Oh, okay.
There's a V4 there.
Okay.
I saw a video of that. Yeah, I believe I saw a video. I believe in Columbia, South Carolina. So, and right now, this car is still maintaining 129 kilowatt.
Yeah, the EV6 with the EGMP and the 800 volt architecture is definitely winning this game.
It is. And I believe that's the only reason why Kia and still at a 82 volt and delivering 166 amps.
Yep.
So right now I already added 11.63 kilowatt hour.
So if you do 783 times 166, that's what the dispensing rate is.
Dispensing rate, 130. Wow, it went up to 130, and it's still increasing a little bit.
Definitely crushing the LYRIQ.
It is. And I believe the reason why the LYRIQ is probably not getting that is because the battery wasn't pre-conditioned. So maybe that might have.
It's just not designed for fast charging like the EV6. The EV6 is definitely a better road tripping car.
Yeah.
The LYRIQ has got the big battery, and it charges more slowly. It's designed for something else. If you want to get up and down the road as quick as possible, the EGMP platform is definitely the way to go. It's an economical choice.
Yeah.
Really roomy, comfortable vehicles. If you want to go premium, you move up to Genesis.
Genesis, yeah.
And so I think this year, General Motors was the second most popular EV maker in the United States. Next year, I think it's going to be Honda Kia.
Honda Kia.
Yeah.
And I believe so too, but
no more Bolt.
No more Bolt, but
when you take the Bolt out of the mix, GM really doesn't have a lot to offer. And Kia and Hyundai have many things in their lineup. They got the new EV9.
EV9, I saw that.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we went to the dealership.
They're
going to
be selling those all day long.
They are selling a lot of them. It's just that dealership just have to take out those markups.
Yeah.
I believe they didn't, because the ones that we checked out, there's no markup, but somehow we're trying to see.
They're pushing the Ioniq 6 right now, from what I understand. They're giving like $7,500 on the hood.
On the hood.
Cash, just taking the $7,500 right off, trying to compete with the Model 3.
Yeah.
And it's a good car. I mean, if I had a choice, I'd probably get an Ioniq 6. Those are nice little cars.
I saw one. There was somebody that I met that bought one, and he bought a white. All white.
Mm-hmm.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
He brought it to the Charlotte Electric Vehicle Show December last year. So yeah, the Ioniq 6 is really nice. Really, really nice. EGMP, the only problem is just the software.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now that you are pulling way ahead of me, because you remember when you plugged in, we were pretty close.
Yes.
On state of charge.
And it just pulled off. It just took off, and that's the reason why it's like the only problem that I have with the EGMP platforms are just, and I have 2 minutes left.
Until 80%. Yeah, boy, that was 80%. Fast.
Yeah. So, and the only problem that I have with GMP platform is just the software. So if they can compete, if they can get better with their route planner and other part of the vehicle software that can help the vehicle perform better, I think they would do great. They can compete with Tesla or any other EV manufacturer. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think a Honda Kia is of the OEMs out there that are going to be producing EVs during the mass adoption phase that we're getting ready to fall into here. Hyundai Kia is going to be at the lead of the pack, especially here in the United States, because they're lined up with the EV6, which is really a sportback SUV.
Yeah.
So it's considered an SUV, right?
Yes.
Right. And the EV9 and the Ioniq 7, which is similar to the EV9, coming out here shortly.
Yeah.
I think their lineup is going to be just terrific.
Yeah. I'm looking for the test drive EV9. It's just a little bit pricey right now to see if we can, because I feel like this car got smaller on me right now because I have a growing family. So I love this car. I mean, if anybody asks if I want to recommend my EV6, I will. And I'm sure you say you have a lot of positive to say about the EV, your Cadillac LYRIQ as well.
Oh yeah, my personal opinion. Although the charging rate is slower, I consider the LYRIQ to be the nicest EV for the money currently on the market.
Yeah.
We paid a little bit over $60,000 for this car, and it barely fits in our garage. It's so big. It barely fits in the garage. It's a big beast.
It is.
And it's got a big battery. So although I can't charge as fast, I can go a lot further.
But it's a great road trip.
Yeah, I can go over 300 miles. So I don't even have to stop. Like we were talking a little bit before we started recording that we can go from here all the way to Wilmington without charging.
Wow.
So that just takes the charging out of the mix when you have a big battery like that. So in my opinion, it's a super comfortable car. There's lots of luxury upgrades.
Yes.
It's got the Cadillac brand behind it with all the dealership network and everything.
Yes.
I like it that better than Tesla for the dealership network and stuff. So for me, super comfortable.
Yes, super comfortable. So what I'm going to do right now, go ahead and do a session on mine and see. And I will go ahead and unplug. And let's see whether the charging speed will increase on the LYRIQ. So let's see here. Let me go ahead. So I finished. So I was able to add 22.32 kilowatt hour and an average charging speed of 111 kilowatt. And it took me 12 minutes to charge from 59% to 83%. So let me go ahead and unplug so that I won't be charged idling fee. Go ahead. All right. Right now, let's see what we have on the LYRIQ, if that will increase. So right now, it's still charging at 62.9 kilowatt at 70%. And I believe the charging curve just kind of went up from the top and went down a little bit, like a little bit on a steady charging speed, then went down again. And I guess it's maybe creeping back up.
Yeah, it'll start to go down now. At 70%, it'll start to fall off the cliff and get into like the 30 kilowatt range. And so if you want to get to 100, you really have to spend a long time on a DC fast charger.
Yeah.
Normally,
you don't need that. You don't need to get up to it. I mean,
and if we're going to go to 100, we'll charge it up in our garage overnight.
Yeah.
We won't do it on a DC fast charger.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what I usually do, 100% first road trip. The first leg of the road trip, I charge to 100%. And after that, I try to charge to 90% so I will have a little bit of a buffer.
if you need it.
If I need, usually I try to keep it down so I have a little buffer, and I like to stretch it a little bit longer. Charge at 90%, so I try to stretch it so that because whenever I go on a road trip, I try to stop at the Electrify America, especially when I'm going up north towards like a DC area. I stop at Henderson, North Carolina, and stretch it all the way to Stafford.
And you get free charging at Electrify America?
I believe I've exhausted that now because my wife drove all the way to Lumberton last weekend.
Okay.
And all of a sudden I got a notification it's like, yeah, we just added a few amount of dollars to your account. It's like, hold on a second, I thought I still got some more. But anyway, they have a different charging rate around that area when I look compared to the areas here. I believe that around these areas are 48 kilowatt, and over there was like 58.
Ooh.
So yeah, 58 in Lumberton, Rocky Mountain, and another one around the area. They charge at 58 kilowatt at Electrify America.
Yeah, so with the LYRIQ, General Motors and EVgo have partnered up, and so we charge for free at EVgo.
Oh, okay.
All around the country. It's really nice, which includes all those Pilot Flying J locations that are coming online.
Yes, I heard about it. I saw videos about that.
Yeah, and they're just doing plug-in charge with EV Connect.
Okay.
So that's supposed to be coming here soon. I'm still working on the bugs of that, but anyway.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So right now we are still maintain a charging speed of between 61 and 62 kilowatt. So right now, in the current state of charge is at 72. So it will take 7 minutes to charge to 80%. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why it's taking so long because it's a big battery.
Yeah.
It's a big battery. I mean, right now we already added us almost 42 kilowatt hour.
Yeah, there was the percentage difference, but also we just can't ignore the fact that the EGMP with the 800 volts.
Yes.
It just smoked the LYRIQ.
It
won. It won. I'm willing to admit to
and I hope GM can, they can try to improve on their charging to make sure that it can charge a little faster than that, because I believe the Ultium is 800 volt as well.
Well, the thing is that Ultium, there's currently 13 models that are either announced or in production with Ultium. And some of them go up to 800 volt. Yeah. So the Silverado, the GMC Sierra, and the Hummer all go up to 800 volts. Okay. This one, so when they size it down to the smaller ones, it looks like they've decided in Ultium to just stick with 400. 400, okay. It is still,
you can't beat the fact that this is a big battery. Longer time to charge than just a smaller battery like my 77.4 kilowatt hour battery. 77.4 kilowatt hour. So, and I believe Kia and Hyundai, they have that sweet spot for those batteries. I believe they only increased the battery on the Ioniq 5N to like an 80 kilowatt or so, 82 kilowatt or something like, because of the performance of the...
Yeah, it seems like GM has decided to just over battery all their cars, because the Blazer also is over 100 kilowatt hours.
Yeah.
And the Silverado is coming in over 200 kilowatt hours of battery. So that's going to be big battery.
Have you seen the Hummer? There was a guy that had the Hummer in the area. He brought the Hummer.
Okay, well, I've seen them on the road before, and those take a long time to charge.
He brought it to the event in Charlotte and also at Trotman, North Carolina.
Okay.
So he lives in my area. I just haven't get in contact with him. So I'll probably reach out to him because we're supposed to have a collab as well. But I guess for a long schedule. But yeah, right now, so it took 32 minutes to charge from 33% to 73%. That's 40% added to...
Yeah, which is basically the entire capacity of your battery.
Yes. So, and that usually speak about what I added to my car whenever around the time that I charge my car, like 30 minutes tops from whatever low state of charge, 30 minutes. The only one time that I had an issue when was like about 45 minutes, and that was because it was extremely cold. So, and that was last year as well when I went to Raleigh area. So, but yeah, this is great. So what we can do is try and drive the cars around and see what we can do again with different charging stations and see how much they can pull. Stay tuned for that. So we just finished charging, and we will be heading towards Charlotte area. We will be going to the next charging station, which will be Electrify America. So we will put in our destination, and also hopefully this will precondition the battery to get there. So right now, while we were talking, look at this G80 in white. Looks really nice too. Let me see what it is pulling right here. I believe this is an ABB charging station. And right now the G70 is pulling, let's see right here, 75 kilowatt and already delivering 19.0 kilowatt hour at 35% right now. So let's see what the, let's see here. Actually, yeah. So the Bolt is pulling 16 kilowatts, so almost to 80%. So because they're sharing this, I don't know, maybe he might want to use the other one over there so that I can get a little bit charged. Nice, nice rims too. I love this. I just don't want a sedan no more. I'm done with a sedan. So Walter about to go, so we'll be on our way right now. So let me get on the road and so check out the video. Check out Walter's video. I will post the link in the description. So I will post the link in the description on Walter's YouTube page. So check that out. And let me see if I can talk to the general, the owner of the G70 before the G80 before I leave. Thank you everybody for watching the collab video. Thank you to Walter of the Network Architecture channel, YouTube channel, for doing this collab with me. I really really have fun time, and it was great. It was awesome time charging both vehicles. If you are new to his channel, check out his channel and subscribe to his channel as well. Thank you guys for watching. See you in another video. Check out my other videos, my charging session videos. Like the videos. Thank you to all my subscribers. See you in another video. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye bye.